Hi guys, Togo here with a new video, and this video will be my first Plunderstorm video, and I wanted to show you guys how you can get in and play that game mode. So Plunderstorm is the battle royale for World of Warcraft, and you have to just have Dragonflight being downloaded, and you don't have to have Dragonflight, and you don't even need to progress into Dragonflight to be able to play it. It's simple. You just need a subscription, and once you have a subscription you can go on this panel. So for example, I have all my characters here and it's Dragonflight, and on the right you have Plunderstorm. So you will be clicking on Plunderstorm, and then you will have your character, and the name of your character is your Battle.net's name pretty much. You can invite your friends if you want to play duos, so you can play duos or you can play solos. You can also play duos with a unknown guy, so it doesn't matter. But I like to play solos, so I did play a lot of solos right now, and I feel like I could talk a bit more in depth about Plunderstorm. I think it's a fantastic game mode that is very fun, very like high paced. The games are very short. I think they could still like improve on a lot of stuff, but I just want to keep it like positive. I think it's very high paced. It has a lot of like cool abilities. I feel like you have a lot of like also like defensive spells. So you have a defensive spell which is like a one-time use, like for example barrel roll, or you have like the mechanic mount, for example, where you can just ride very fast. You can also have like a snowman where it slows targets and you like are slippery. You also have like a grenade where you can just put it on the guy and he's like kind of rooted, so you can run away or you can catch him. It's very fun. So what you want to do is also customize your character if you feel like you want to play a specific race. I chose Worgen because I felt like it was fun, and like I don't get to play Worgen too much on retail because it really is not a great race. But you could also play Night Elf or Dwarf or whatever. Well, I'm going to keep it at Worgen. Because I did like it, and I do play a bit of Cataclysm, so now I get to play a bit of like Worgen. So what you want to do then is just start and join the game, and it's very fast. To find a solo game is like 3 seconds, for example here, which kind of changes a lot when coming down about PvP. If you remember, if you are trying to queue for battlegrounds or arenas, you always get like at least a little queue time, right? And this is going to be a very fun experience. Just in general, I feel like they could build upon it and make it better and better, so that's very cool. You only have like pretty much like 7 buttons to press. You have like your auto attack, which is also like something you have to press to deal damage. I'm going to be honest, like it's not often you're going to kill someone with like auto attacks, but it's very good for PvE, for example, at the start. You also have your health brew, which is your potion. So once you're like full HP, just throws away. Be careful if you're getting touched, it will be cancelled. You have your offensive spell 1, your offensive spell 2. You have your utility spell 3 and 4. Sometimes it can deal damage, sometimes it can root, stun. It can make you TP, it can go make you stealth, it can do a lot of stuff. So you have like 10 offensive spells you can find and 10 defensive spells, utility spells I'd call them, and you can also upgrade them. So if you find another Firestorm, for example, it will be upgraded to uncommon, and then it will be becoming rare, and then it becomes like epic, for example. So it's going to be very interesting to play around. And then you have your item, which is your I call it a defensive spells. For example, the barrel roll is a defensive spell you can use to get away. Be careful if you're like very jump heavy, you're going to cancel it. Now I land somewhere where it's very popular. I'm going to start right away with an elite. Hopefully we don't get like ganked, but it's very good for like a reward afterwards, right? So I'll try to get it really quickly. I stand into the Blazestorm, I don't care, but if I can kill him, generally you get like an item or you get a level. If you take the plunder, no item. Yeah, you have an item, which is a good one, which is the searing axe. There is someone else here, so I have to be careful. I'm going to use my ability here. So you see, it's very satisfying to press. You're going to just like level through, like getting like the plunders and killing your enemies, which is also very fun. There is an ability here. I'm going to take it. And there's another barrel here, by the way, so I could play around that. Alright, so I'm going to try to level. I don't want to like fight him. I don't have a utility spell. If I had a utility spell, I would be more confident, because those are very strong. This is like, again, you could miss it, right? Oh, here you have like a Fey form, which is one of the best ones, in my opinion. So I can get away whenever I can. I'm going to try to fight him. It's a 1v1. Alright, I got touched, unfortunately. I'm going to heal myself here, and then I'm going to cancel it onto him. I'm going to try to fight him now. And I missed my abilities, which is not good. But it's fine. I might just run away. I'm going to run away. There's no fighting him right now. So that's fine. Oh, he chases me. I'm gonna heal myself. Oh, there's another one here. Well, I have good abilities, so we can kill him. I can actually, like, if I can catch him. Oh, never mind. Okay, no, I cannot because I don't have my health anymore. That's not good. I might die here. Yeah, I'm dead. So you see, it's very fast-paced. I died very quickly. I just jumped on a hotspot, so you have different hotspots, and you can then spectate. Let's spectate a match, because then I can show you a full match and how it goes. So we're spectating Vegex, and he has like Earthbreaker, which is like a huge zone where if they stand in it, you get stunned. You have also Storm Archon, like I said, it has like multiple elements, and you can cast it 2 times. So it's also very fun. Fade to Shadow, which is a teleport into a stealth. It's very like predictable where he is teleporting, so you can actually just like catch him pretty much. Let's find a player that is actually fighting. So it's very fun, and let's show you the map. So you have different hotspots. I'm going to be honest, if you're like dropping on the outskirts, you have more chances to last very long. For example, I did land on Hammerfall, if I'm not mistaken, or at Argorok, I don't remember, but like it was like with a lot of grunt, so I think it's Hammerfall. And there I have multiple players dropping, right? So you can also just jump after all the people jumped, or the best is actually to jump first, get a level, get an item, get different spells, and you can fight them head on, right? But yeah, I think utility spells are very important. If you're like looking forward to survive, you really want to have a utility spell. Manosphere is very fun to play as well. Like it's the Arcanosphere of Arcane. And just in general, you have to PvE your way through to get like better items, better spells, and better levels as well. Every time you're going to level, you're going to get more like HP, and every time you're going to level, you're also going to deal more damage. So obviously, if you're level 7 and you're fighting someone level 3, you might just destroy them. It is just how it is at the end. Then you have like those mini bosses, like for example Pieces of Hate, that if you are eliminating them, you're going to pretty much level up very quickly, have great items, very much a lot of plunder. So if you're looking forward to the reward tracks, you can find it there as well. And again, a lot of transmog, a lot of like cool things, for example the mounts, which is also very cool to play around. You also have like a classic mount, if I'm not mistaken. You have, if you go further, I think, which is also fun. Again, if you're like playing Cataclysm, that mount is going to be very fun. And also if you're like win one match, you get also like a reward. So again, you have also specific rewards to winning the match. You don't necessarily need to win. I think the fun comes from surviving as long as you can, and it's very hard to survive like top 1. Like I'm going to be honest, you have to play very defensively and try to 3-man people. If you're 1v1ing, chances are you're going to be 3-man yourself. So that is one thing that you should note. But it's like a BR rules, right? Battle Royale rules. If you played Warzone, if you played Apex, if you played Fortnite, you know that 1v1s are very risky if you're not like very quick at defeating your opponents. I feel like the PvP itself is very fun, very clear as well. You know what's up on your screen. There is no like things that you need to have like add-ons wise to be able to play this, so it's very good. Is it going to be the future of PvP? I don't know about that. I think I still love how the gameplay is of arenas and PGs, and like just in general the PvP and the classes that they play. But it could be like implemented on what we have currently. It just needs to find a way how they deal with levels, how they deal with items, how they deal with loot, and then try to implement it to be able to play as a paladin or a mage or a warrior. So it's very difficult. So I feel like they have a lot of work to do on that front. I hope it is not a one-time event as well. So it's going to be very fun. I'm going to try to do like also some spectating matches, like where I try to die ASAP, so I can actually like spectate from the get-go and like find the progress from the players. In general, matches are between, I'm going to say, depending on how fast you die, it can be between 5 minutes and 15 minutes. I already saw like very long matches, but it's because the people were playing very defensively, and they were like running away most of the time. Like I ended like top 3, which was very fun. Like I had like a sick game, and the match was very long because of how it was played. But in general, it's fine. 15 minutes is really fine for a PvP activity, in my opinion, especially since the queue times are so fast. Ooh, he got like pushed into the zone and he might just die. Neo is dead, 100%. He got eliminated by Blueprint. But that's actually very fun. Like, he can push people. Look at this. Oof. He's going to try to push him outside of the storm. Now the storm is going to stop and it will be converging in 35 seconds. So you see it's very fast, and the zones are like very close to ending around the farmstead or the middle of the map, which is going to be a very fun activity to fight there. So in general, very fun. I recommend everyone. There is no one I would not recommend to try it out. It's not like a very high commitment game mode. You're not losing anything except maybe your time. I find it's very fun to play. It has a lot of replayability because you could say, look, I'm going to play a certain build, I'm going to try to strive to that certain build, or look, I'm going to try very cavalry, I'm going to try to go for levels and try to avoid any PvP combat, or you're going to be trying to do a lot of PvP combat and you're going to fight from level 1 and onwards. So there is a lot of like play styles that are there, and I think they just can only add more, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I think they could like learn from it and even add more abilities. They could add I don't know, more warrior abilities, they could add more roguish abilities, they could add more hunter abilities. Maybe you can have one day a pet. I don't know, they could build upon it. It really depends on how they deal with it and how they balance it. I think there will be even balancing for that game mode, because some abilities are just clearly better than others. I'm going to be honest, like there is like the poison one, I don't even know how it's called, if I can find it on the toxic smackerel. That's how it's called, toxic smackerel, which is basically a low range ability where you're going to put like a dot on the enemy, but the dot is very low, so you're never going to really eliminate someone with it. And for example, the hunter's chain is very fun, very strong. You have like, for example, the lightning bulwark, also very strong. I think the utility ones, you have way more like I would say choices to play around and still be meta, quote unquote. But I think just in general, you have like a great game mode going on. And you see like still 14 players like in the lobby, so it felt like it was a very good lobby. Unfortunately, I really died very soon. And look at this, he's like hiding in a bush. So that's a item you can use, and you can be a bush, and once someone is like passing through, he has an ability to stun from the bush, so it's very fun as well. So I don't know if he's going to find that guy. I'm I'm looking forward to see what his plan is. Maybe he might move. Okay, he's trying to move step by step towards the player. You have a lot of fighting there. Maybe we can check the fighting a bit. Let's try to check it out. So here we have Alphenias versus Daikon, and he's playing with Earthbreaker and Mana Sphere. So it's very fun to play around with Firestorm here, Snowdrifting into Searing Axe, into a Repel to push him, and luckily didn't touch. Earthbreaker outside of it got him touched. Health Brew is used for Alphenias, and I think it's going to be a reset for our friend Gibby. Gibby is going to try to go for Alphenias again because he feels like he has no CDs. It's a very CD heavy game mode, by the way. If you feel like he's using a CD that is just not like appropriate for the moment, you can just go hard and try to win. You can also loot like very quickly to get like the better items and the better utility spells and the better offensive spells. I really like that fact. I think it would be fun to actually have also an item you can loot for your auto attack, so you can actually have like something ranged. I think it could be very fun, or something like charging, for example. I don't know, they could like do something about that, but again, I think this is probably the most balanced thing, to have like only melee auto attacks. And here, like there's a lot of team fighting now. The zone is very small, so now the fighting will be occurring. And everyone has the Mana Sphere. So he got like health, he's going to heal himself here. Full health for Alphenias. And there is also a lot of fighting there, let's check it out. If you can. I wonder if I can, no, I cannot. I wish I could like double click on someone so I can see his POV. So everyone is playing with Firewall. Very strong as well, and Blueprint is still there. That's what he's the one that is going to win, in my opinion. I think he's going to win because look at how he plays strategically. He's like avoiding any combat. And luckily, you cannot really see how many kills you have, right? They should find like a way how you can actually have a kill count, if I'm not mistaken. It might be somewhere else. This is going to be a 1v1. He uses utility spell, Fade to Shadow. So he's like hiding here. And you can very much hide because like your nameplates are not going to show unless you're very close to them. So you can really use your environment and hide. That's also something you can do. And you can also play a bit in the storm, but you lose a lot of health. So I would not recommend to do that. There's a lot of fighting here from Burke versus Alphenias. Alphenias is also like one of them that is going to maybe win with Blueprint. Alphenias here has a lot of great spells, a lot of elite spells. Snowdrift is very fun, by the way. Very fun to play. You have Nerox here. Trying to poke someone with like Mana Sphere. Acceptable. Blueprint versus Tari. And you see a lot of Firewall here. Like, he was about to die. Okay, Health Brew versus Health Brew. Repel. I feel like Repel is not that good, but I guess it's strong. You could repel all damage and harmful debuffs, then silence and knock back enemies around the castle. It can be strong. Especially if he's like melee. And he's avoiding a lot of damage. You can do repel onto a firewall so you do not get damage from that ability. That could help. 3 players left. You have Nerox, you have Alphenias, and Blueprint. I think Blueprint might win. Repel into the storm. Firewall. Alright. He's going to Fade to Shadow really soon, I think. Yeah, Fade to Shadow. Well, and he's dead. Whoa, Blueprint got deleted. And it's a 1v1. Nerox versus Alphenias. And we have Earthbreaker for Alphenias with a Snowdrift. He's going to be stuck. There is a Repel. And then you have like a big Mana Storm. Oof, he's got pushed into the storm. And then you have Firewall again. Earthbreaker to stun the target. And it might be over for Nerox. It is over. And the winner is Alphenias. Congrats to them. And you see how fun and fast paced it is. The video has been 19 minutes, and I think I did like a 5 minutes explanation, I think. So you see it's around 15 minutes to end a match. It really depends on where the zone ends and how fast paced it becomes. So once you have done, you can see your rewards. So again, you have a reward track here, and also you have here a leave match. I think the view rewards might be the battle pass that they are testing maybe for in the future. It might be good to have a battle pass for PvP, in my opinion, where you're going to encourage people to do PvP, but you could do that for PvE as well. So again, it could be very fun to play around. So then if you're done, you can leave the match and you are done. You're back onto the menu and you can just join a game. I'm going to spam a bit of Plunderstorm. I really like that. Not every match is going to be a fantastic match, that's for sure, but you can have fun with spectating, you can have fun with again queuing back, and since it's very fast to queue up and to enter a match, it can be something you can spam all day and still have fun with it. Again, if one day they might put some ranked onto it, that could be like legit, but I think for now, being like a fun event is probably for the better. But I'm looking forward to cover it a bit more and hopefully give ideas to Blizzard to improve it and to keep it as a main mode one day. Maybe not about pirates, maybe more about classes, but we'll have to see. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Be sure to stay safe. We will catch you up probably very soon in the next video. Bye.